Congrats, Sascha, back in the AO semifinals. How much did Lerner impress you today, and how much has he improved since your last meeting?
Yeah, he's a very good player, very different than last year for sure. It was incredible to see how he played from the baseline. I thought he was playing unbelievable, and for me to win, I think the serve was very important for me because from the baseline, again, he was playing amazing. So a lot of situations where I could rely on my serve, which was quite important today.
Congratulations. Compared to previous years, it feels at the Rod Laver Arena feels very different. No, the focus is on your serve, a lot of crowd support rather than attention on your personal life. Do you feel different this year?
I think this question is not worth asking anymore.
Matt.
Well done, Sascha.
Thank you.
When you look back at your slams, what do you think was you in sort of your best form? And how do you compare where you've been these last sort of 10 days to whatever that ideal was?
The last 10 days I felt healthy, which is very nice, and pain-free, which I haven't felt in a long time, probably in 12 months. So that's a good starting point for me. But for me, yeah, I feel good. I feel like I'm playing well. I feel like I'm happy on the court because I am playing pain-free and I'm playing good level. And of course, winning always helps. When you're winning, you're always happier automatically as an athlete. Yeah, but best tennis, I would say probably 2022 Roland Garros when I got injured. That was probably my best tennis ever.
Sascha, well done.
Thanks.
I remember you talking last year about talking to Rafael Nadal and kind of about mindset and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just wondered, it feels like you're playing with maybe greater freedom at this tournament, and if you could put your finger on kind of what brought about that change, if you think there has been a change.
Yeah, again, I'm going to be boring, but I think being pain-free is the biggest change that I've had in the last 12 months. As I said, it's a constant struggle when you're dealing with injuries, when you're dealing with certain pain and aches, and when you're feeling like you can't do every single move freely. It's just tiring also mentally for you, and then you maybe don't go for your shots as much. You maybe don't rely on your body as much. So that probably, but also I've worked on my game. I've worked on my aggressive game. I've been talking about it. I've worked on my first shots after the serve. My first forehand after the serve. Maybe a bit more serve and volleying as well. And if those things work for me, then I think success will come as well.
As a follow-up,
yeah.
On the injury side of things, given where you are in the game, how experienced you are, that you would be a bit, you'd play fewer events. I know there were punishments and things like that, but just to say, I actually don't care about those punishments. I just want to feel good and feel fit. In the way that Carlos and Yannick have done, like skipping Montreal.
Yeah, but they're making 50 million a year.
Okay.
We're not all Carlos and Yannick. I'm not complaining at all about my life. I'm very happy with my bank account as well. I'm not saying that, but it's a bit different. Also, Roger. Roger at some point at the end of his career was playing like maybe 10 events a year. Novak now is playing 10 events a year. It's very different. But yeah, I think I will have to adjust. Last year my schedule was crazy, especially in the beginning of the year. I love South America, I really do. I love the countries, I love the experience of being there, but it was probably not a smart decision on maybe going to Buenos Aires, let's say, right? Maybe I should have skipped that and maybe went to Rio. Then going straight to Acapulco, straight to Indian Wells, it was a lot in a row, especially after the finals run here. And that's when kind of my issue started, because I was mentally tired, and then if you're mentally tired, your injuries start as well. So I have to be better in that way. I have to schedule better. My schedule looks very different this year after the Australian Open. So it's a learning process. It's also learning that your body is maybe getting a bit older, is maybe getting a bit more fatigued through matches. But all in all, right now I want to focus on here and play my best tennis the next 2 matches.
3 more.
With the desire to want to win a slam, how does the pressure change when you get to this point in the tournament?
Yeah, well, actually, I feel like maybe top players feel the most pressure in the beginning. Not to have an early exit, and now whoever I'm going to play in the semis, Carlos or Alex, they're great players, and you're just looking forward to a fantastic match. That's what you're looking forward to. Of course, in my case, I'm still chasing that desired slam, and of course, I still want to achieve that. But I also want to enjoy my tennis, and right now I'm doing that, and that's the most important thing for me.
Last two prize roll in that.
Sascha,
No, prize roll first, and then.
Sascha, how much? I know the roof was on, and so
Yeah.
you probably didn't feel the heat. But did you? What kind of an effort was it, especially for you because of your diabetes, to play even with the roof on? And what did it take from you? And how much?
But with the
did it-
roof on, it's perfect conditions. It's very solid, 24 degrees with AC on. It's great. I would love to play with the roof every single match. So it was not difficult. It was difficult physically, but it was not difficult with the conditions.
Did you hit outdoors
Yeah.
before the match? And how was that?
Yeah, that was hot.
can you point to a couple of things in Lerner's game that you think are improved since you last played him? And also, you have a very impressive record against lefties. I'm wondering if there's something about your game or that you figured out that helps neutralize what's often considered a natural advantage against righties.
A lot of times lefties love heavy forehands to your backhand, especially like high backhand shots. I really love to hit high backhands. So that's probably one of it. The other thing is I grew up with a lefty as my brother, so I played with lefties all my life. And Lerner, what impressed me the most is I talked to my team afterwards. I felt like I didn't have a spot on the court where I could just hit the ball, and I felt like I was out of danger. It doesn't matter what speed, doesn't matter the height. I felt like if I was hitting fast but in his racket, he was using my speed to redirect the ball. If I was hitting a bit slower, he was taking the ball early, being aggressive himself. So I felt like there was not really a spot on the court where you could just put the ball there and restart the rally, which was quite impressive. It wasn't that case last year, so he's improved a lot in that regards. I think also got to give credit to Michael Chang. I think what he's doing with him is phenomenal, and hell of a player right now.
German.
Sie haben im ersten Satz, Glückwunsch, Sie haben im ersten und dritten Satz sehr komfortabel gewonnen, im zweiten und vierten war es sehr eng. Wie haben Sie es am Ende mental gemanagt? Der vierte Satz waren viele enge Aufschlagspiele, dann auch mit vielen langen Rallyes. Wie haben Sie es dann mental gemanagt auch?
Ja, es ist halt, nicht alles wird einfach sein. Wir sind im Viertelfinale von einem Grand Slam. Ich habe heute gegen wirklich einen fantastischen Gegner gespielt. Wirklich, man sollte das Ranking ignorieren, weil so hat er nicht gespielt. Das hat er auch vorgestern gezeigt gegen einen Daniil Medvedev, der auf Hartplatz die letzten 7, 8 Jahre einer der besten Spieler, vielleicht sogar der beste Spieler der Welt war. Hat er ihn komplett auseinandergenommen, kann man auch wirklich ehrlich so sagen. Also es kann nicht immer einfach sein, und dass ich Probleme habe, dass er Probleme haben wird im Match, das ist völlig normal, und ich finde, dass ich sie heute gut gelöst habe, und das ist was Positives, um das mitzunehmen.
Viel Vertrauen dann auch in den Aufschlag zum Beispiel.
Der war wichtig heute, auf jeden Fall. Weil von der Grunier, wie schon gesagt, er hat wirklich sehr, sehr gut gespielt.
Ich hatte das Gefühl heute, dass zu keiner Sekunde, zu keinem Moment die Konzentration nachgelassen hat. Wie schwierig ist das in so einem Match? 3 Stunden, 10 Minuten gegen so einen guten Gegner? Ja. Und was machen Sie im Vorwege, damit das gelingt?
Gut schlafen. Ja, haben Sie recht, aber es war auch notwendig, weil wenn die Konzentration für 1, 2 Spiele weggegangen wäre, dann hätte auch ein Satz sehr schnell verloren gegangen können. Deswegen, aber ich fand bei ihm auch, also ich fand, dass das Match ein sehr hohes Niveau war von beiden Spielern und beide Spieler jetzt nicht wirklich viele Tiefs hatten. Vielleicht eher im dritten Satz ein bisschen, klar. Dann bei 4-1 hat er kein gutes Aufschlagspiel gespielt. Aber abgesehen davon fand ich, dass das von beiden Spielern, die Spiele, die man gewonnen hat, die Sätze, die man gewonnen hat, hat man eher gewonnen, als der Gegner sie verloren hat. Und das ist glaube ich, schon ein gutes Zeichen.
Du hast ja schon gesagt, du fühlst dich spielerisch besser jetzt,
Ja.
hat sich was entwickelt, du bist gesund oder soweit es halt geht. Fühlst du dich auch generell vom ganzen Wohlbefinden her lockerer, besser, wenn man die Interviews bei dir auf dem Court danach sieht?
Ja, aber die
weil
sind ja immer
waren-
so.
Ja, nein, nicht immer, aber die sind jetzt gehäuft, so locker und lustig und mit den Aktionen gehst du mal zu Mischa und so weiter. Also das
Ja, das ist immer so einfach zu sagen, weil wenn man gewinnt, ist man immer so, habe ich das Gefühl. Man ist immer fröhlich, glücklich. Wenn man erste Runde verliert, ist man dann nicht so glücklich. Also das ist halt das Leben vom Sportler. Ich fühle mich gut, ich fühle mich wohl. Ich habe mich aber auch letztes Jahr in Melbourne sehr wohl gefühlt. Also das ist jetzt kein Riesenunterschied. Im Großen und Ganzen, ich bin glücklich, dass ich im Halbfinale bin und am Freitag dann nur noch 4 Spieler dabei sein werden und ich einer davon bin.
Du hast die Gesundheit jetzt mehrmals angesprochen in den letzten Tagen auch. Hast du in der Pause irgendwie was Besonderes gemacht? Irgendwelche besonderen Übungen, Behandlungen? Oder hat es einfach mal gereicht, Urlaub zu haben und dem Körper ein bisschen...
Tatsächlich war ich beim Professor Müller-Wohlfahrt zum ersten Mal in meinem Leben. Und der hat mir 77 Spritzen irgendwo reingesteckt und die haben, glaube ich, geholfen.
Ja, Glückwunsch zum Sieg.
Danke.
Kannst du trotzdem noch mal vielleicht ein bisschen auf den Freitag vorausblicken, auch wenn der Gegner jetzt natürlich noch nicht feststeht, aber was dich da erwarten wird?
Ja, es wird kein einfaches Spiel sein, egal gegen wen es sein wird. Gegen Carlos sowieso. Alex, glaube ich, in Australien ist immer ein sehr gefährlicher Gegner. Nochmal, wir sind im Halbfinale vom Grand Slam, da wird es kein einfaches Match geben, also egal gegen wen du spielst.
Letzte Frage.
Ich habe noch eine Frage zu dem Moment am Netz. Da haben Sie sich ein klein bisschen länger mit Leonard Thiem unterhalten. Können Sie sagen, was Sie ihm gesagt haben und was er Ihnen gesagt hat?
Der hat mir gesagt, ich wusste, dass du einen Doppelfehler machst bei 6-0. Das tatsächlich. Aber halt auch Spaß. Und ich habe gesagt, dass es Wahnsinn ist, wie viel er sich verbessert hat, dass er ein komplett anderer Spieler ist. Das war so das Gespräch in den 10 Sekunden. Ja.
Danke.
Danke.
WWOS Sports is your home of the Australian Open. From highlights of the best players, every magic Aussie moment, and the best expert analysis.
We'll have every nail-biting, heartwarming and edge-of-your-seat point covered. Subscribing to Wide World of Sports on YouTube is a must for any tennis fan.